Definitely watching a 3T TV, which is Thika's #1 online news channel, where we are telling the Thika story as it is. My name is Juliet Mudhoni, and today I'm bringing you Countdown 2022. We are going to have a conversation with Mary Wanjiru Kirika, who is vying to be the next women rep here in Kiambu County. We spoke to her a bit earlier, and back then she was an aspirant. And she was vying with a party ticket. But right now she's on the ballot as an independent candidate. Mary Wanjiru Kirika. She's hoping to be your next women rep. We want to find out how exactly she intends to bring development into this great county of Kiambu. It is our hope that by the end of this segment, if you are a voter from Kiambu County, we will have given you, pointers to use once August 8th comes here. So let us dive right into it. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Thank you for having us once
How are
again,
you?
Mwalimu. I'm
nice
good.
to see you again.
How has it been?
Well, it's been tough.
I can only imagine.
Yes. First of all, I feel great. Because for one to become an independent candidate this year, it was so tough. It was a journey that you had to be so persistent. You had really not to give up. But in the process, some gave up. We were asked to give so many IDs, not just an ID number, copy of the ID.
Now, since now we are talking about an independent candidate,
yes.
I wanted us to get that out so that
yes.
now, let's get that off.
Yes.
Your symbol. How did you go about picking your symbol?
Right. So the process of becoming an independent candidate, one is that you must pick your own symbol. Every one of us had to pick his independent symbol. And so when I visited the IBC and I told Mrs. Kirika, we know what is now going to be your symbol. So I took a pen and drew lines and tied them, and I told them Kenya will remain united even after independence. That's my prayer. I would want to see a country where even after elections we are able to move on together. So for me, I want to go for something for unity.
Unity.
Unity. Awesome. And I told them, now you see, when you are alone, you can easily break. When you are a team, together, united, you can move. Even as a nation, as a church, as a family, when you are united, a lot happens. And so if you look at this, I brought and kasema kuni, you were brought up through kuni. So when you look for firewood, when it's a piece in the forest, chakula haitaiva, there will be no food.
Great.
But now when you bring firewood together and you tie and you bring home, everybody will eat.
Now
because kila kitu iko hapo.
Let us talk about.
But for me, it is unity.
Awesome.
That Kenyans, when you are Western, when you are Nyanza, whichever province you are, we need to be united. And so my symbol is firewood brought together, tied together as a sign of unity, and the word there is unity.
Awesome. Great. Now, let us get down into the specifics. The last time we were here, you told us the agenda that you had. Now, how exactly do you intend to bring about development? Because I've seen your mantra is maendeleo kwa vijana, wazee na wamama.
Yes.
So, how do you intend to bring about that development?
Thank you. Women's seat is a seat where you go and represent your people. I'm requesting Kiambu people to give me an opportunity to represent them as a woman representative in Kiambu County. The role of woman rep is actually one to represent your people. This is a position like a parliamentarian position. But for the woman, you trespass the whole county,
yes.
And so you represent everyone in the county. You go and bring up the issues that directly affect women, youth, children, like a social status position. While the other side, we are talking about development. For women, it's a position that should impact directly to the people. is a social status position that women must be uplifted, youths must be uplifted, they must be empowered. And for me, I'm saying even our men in our Mount Kenya region, the whole country, we also need to have programs for them. Now for the youths and women, we have what we call Women Empowerment Fund. There is Youth Fund, there is Women Fund. We have even also gone ahead to talk about procurement. How do I, as a woman, do business out of support that is given by the government? But you realize, you go to the grassroots, you go to women, they are not aware of their rights. They are not aware of what the nation or what the government holds for them. And so you'll find somebody, they are there, they do not know. For me, I want to train. I'm passionate about women affairs. I'm passionate about youth affairs. And so, if we want to empower women, if we want to empower youths, if we want also to bring our men on board, we need to train them. Skills. Show somebody how to fish instead of giving a piece of fish. That is my approach. That we must train our youths, we must train our women. Quite a lot of high training should be undertaken. I have been in women groups, and many a times I've talked about it, that indeed women are doing very well through table banking, through social meetings where we empower each other. But how far have we gone? When you ask them about record keeping, because for you to progress in whatever you're doing, you need record keeping.
Even for accountability.
For accountability. But you see, we do it on the table, and sometimes we are not able to follow up with our records. We have so many women groups that are supporting women, okay? They support themselves. But can we account on really what we're doing? So the issues of accountability, record keeping, may it be youths, may it be women, may it be men, that's a challenge. I would want to address that challenge by giving them the skills that they need to keep their records, right? You know, for us also to access money from the bank, they will ask you the records. What do you have? How can we get the track record of maybe the past 1 year of how you've been performing as a group? So that's what I'm saying, critical. I want to give them skills. The other thing is about registration. Because again, there are things you can do as an individual. But because a woman representative is supposed to go to register it, just like a member of parliament. Because when you go to parliament, you are given an opportunity, to come up with, we call it policy formulation, where you formulate policies that can directly affect the people that you represent. And so I'm passionate also about registration because I've been in education. And I've found myself talking about education all the time. I happen to have been in the committee of from Ufungamano Initiative when we were preparing for free education. That was Kibaki's time, and I was put in that committee through the churches, through NCCK, and what we used to call Ufungamano Initiative. And I was able to articulate why we didn't need free education in Kenya. So I want to build further on that one, because yes, there is education, but I'm happy now we are talking of competence-based curriculum. We've been in this, we've participated. We are talking about competence-based curriculum, where we are again still talking about talents and skills. So this is what we want to offer to everyone, so that you're able to realize your talents at the right time and to focus on the direction that you really want to take right from the beginning. That we can strengthen it through registration. That what can we do as we continue through now education. So in registration also, I know the issue of getting funds from the government. When you talk of there is youth fund, when you say there is women fund, how do we access this money? Women, they hear there is youth fund, but what is the process of accessing that fund? I've been on the ground talking to youths, and I'm sorry about this because our youths seem to be so desperate, because they seem not to have the information that they should be having that can help them empower themselves, that can help them start small businesses. That will be my area. I've sat with them. Actually, they are the ones who nicknamed me Mama County. They told me, where ni Mama wetu, where dear Mama County. I want to focus on our youths. I want to give them hope. I want to show them the direction. And it is out of now also sitting down with them and telling them, this is what we have and this is what we can do. I want to appreciate that regardless of what we say, information is power.
Absolutely.
So if we have information as a nation, if we have very good policies as a nation, and now the mama at the grassroots, the youth at the the mzee at the grassroots is not well informed, then it doesn't help much. So my focus is on what we have as a nation, what we have as a government. Is it helping the right people? Is it going to the right people? Do they have the information? Hosea 4, my people perish for lack of information. So I will also be very keen on information on how these people continue to do these things. We are also talking about the journey that we have walked as women, because again, women seat is for representation, but I would want our people to know it's not just representation in parliament. Let's come to the county level, or our counties. Are we considering the issues of 2/3 gender role? Actually now, as women, in our women movement, we are almost getting out of 2/3. When we fought for these women seats, because I want to tell you, 2010, I participated fully in the constitution making. And as part of the women at the national position, National Women Political Alliance, who really fought day and night to make sure that we had women representation at the county levels. And therefore, yeah, we did it. But how far have we gone? One is that we agree now the issue of representation, the 2/3 gender rule, we have really improved. Because the first time now, 2013, when we came up with the position, we were able to have direct 46 women. We have 46 counties.
Yes.
So we had 46 women in parliament. If you look at what we had before, very few women. So I would say through the women's seat, we've been able now, we actually 47 counties, not 46. So we were directly able to have 47 women representing the whole country, because every county had a woman. And out of that, many issues have now been brought to parliament on now women empowerment programs and what have you. So we have really made progress, but we have to actualize. There is setting the thread, there is, which we have set, the representation now is there. You know, some of us, people are asking us, Mary, why do you want to be in parliament? We know you as a Christian. We have seen you representing us through National Council of Churches of Kenya. Again, you want to be in parliament. We've done a lot of civic education to tell people that representation is about touching people's lives. And therefore, if you are touching people's lives, you are talking about education. We are talking about, feeding the society, giving the right information. Then we must also get Christians in parliament.
Sure.
Yeah, parliament. Those Christians who are called to serve. You know, some of us, it's like that we've been serving public throughout our lives. Tell me not to be with public, I'll be sick. Because I've been serving women. Remember, I was the district chair at the National Council of Women of Kenya. Articulating women issues, articulating youth issues.
Awesome.
And therefore, we still have a journey to go so that we can now talk of facts and figures. Yeah.
Talking of facts and figures.
Yes.
How different will Mary Wanjiru Kirika tenure as a women rep if the people in Kiambu County give you the mandate? How different will it be from what we have now?
That's what I'm talking about, facts and figures. Because it's not just really a position. For me, if it was just getting a position, I don't think I would be there. But I'm saying facts and figures that will touch, that we can say, what have we done in Kiambu? Yeah, this is now the third time we shall have woman representative. We had the first one 2013. We had the second one 2017, all over the country. But I think we are taking stock of how far have we gone, and we are still making progress. We have all made progress. My previous the women reps, they did a lot of work also. Like now Kiambu, we know whoever was the women rep is now vying as a member of parliament. Maybe also to continue the women agenda and also the whole society. And so as I come in, I would want Kiambu people to say, during Mary Kirika's time, Mary Wajiro Kirika's time, the issues of education went up to the village levels. We were able to pick on those who have not been able to go to school because of various reasons, and we will have addressed the issues. We should have programs as women. And for me, County Kiambu, I will not have women stopping to continue with their vision just because something has happened.
Awesome.
I also think the issues of hospital. You know, your health is key, regardless of what you want.
They say health is wealth.
Health is wealth, yes. So how is our health status in Kenya in terms of now women affairs? Yeah. So I feel there's a lot that I'd want to discuss with women.
Awesome.
Because when you have the information, we have the issues of the maternity issues. What is happening? There are challenges in our hospitals. I believe when you go to parliament, we can register it. Because ours is to register it. We can register it. So that if we have a pregnant woman in a hospital, why is she detained with a baby just because they have not cleared this and the other? And who takes care? Who cares? Right?
So it means it's the whole system.
It's the whole system that we come in. And that's why I want to tell Kenyans, women's seat is a very important seat. Because it's about impacting one's life. It's not about road construction. We have people doing construction. We have people building the schools. That's not the work of Mama. Mama, it is touching you. Where are you at this level? Where will you be 5 years to come? And that's why it's an important seat for me. The other thing is also the small, not the hospital, right? We have issues to do with women. We want to go and register it so that our ladies, you know, sisi hatuko hapo sasa. Now our ladies, when you go to get your children, there are these things that we fought for, yes. That now when you are on maternity, the man is now coming in, the husband. He's also helping you. We still want to strengthen that much more, to put more registration that will help our mothers to take care of these children. Yeah, we've said they can go with the children to work, but now what else? Let's register it so that they can do it. I would also be keen on small and micro enterprises, because I can tell you we are all capable of feeding our families. We are capable of bringing up our families, taking them to schools. Yeah, we can live good lives. But it has to take that serious thinking and serious focus on how we are at the grassroots levels. So small and micro enterprises, we have funds for this. Tuko na pesa ya jua kali. Yeah? If you are done with your education, there is that small business that you'd want to start. Do you know our people do not know how to go about it? Are we able to put registration in parliament, where I know after my graduation, after I graduate as an electrician, right? And I would want to start a small shop, or I want to start something where I can be able now to help the people. Where do I get that capital, the starting capital? And how do I also refund to the government? And if it's a grant, how do we should not just focus on, I have completed my education. What next? We have many graduates moving up and down. They want to start their lives. They have been in schools all these years with very high expectations. What are we doing as a nation so that when our students are done, they know where to start? We articulate on policies that our students have graduated, they cannot access to, they are not able to, they are not employed, because of course the issues of employment. If you consider the students that are graduating and employment, no one will be able to get all of them to work for them. But if we know these facts and figures, that after 1 year, this team was employed by this and this, how many are floating, right? So what can we do? What can we put on the table, so that those that are floating, they know where to go? It's about impacting positively towards our youths in terms of now feeding themselves. Mama amefanya kazi kubwa na baba amewafundisha, and again they are back home. I'm not able to move on. I'm not able to pay for my rent. Small and micro enterprises. I have visited other countries. You know, when I visited China, I found everywhere a small industry. You know, people are busy.
Yeah.
Nobody is interested with the other one. You are all busy doing some work. You know, there are programs. You are all busy even working for your political parties.
Yeah.
And the political parties are well set. They are not meant to be just for a particular season. They are there. You graduate from the university, you go and work for a party that you see it has ideologies and deals. I mean, ideologies that will support you as students. And that's why they're able to move on. And they will not embark on drugs. They will not embark on mambo ile. Sometimes it's out of frustration. So these are the issues that women should check on from their counties. And these are the issues that I will check from my Kiambu county. And then we're able to come up and to see the way forward. The other thing is about consultation. I've seen leaders who feel now, Mary Kirika, I'm the women rep, I know everything. You cannot know everything. And that's why in the Constitution, we came up with what we call public participation. There has to be public participation right from the ward level. Yeah? What is there in our wards? What is this that we can do? What are these more bridges that if I put a bridge there and I can influence, then these women who sell this kind of a product will be able to access the market. These are the issues.
Awesome. Well articulated.
There are the issues there.
Now, you vied in 2007, 2013,
Yes.
and now 2022.
Yes, yes.
What is this that keeps you going?
Yeah. One is the vision that I have. The vision. I think my history tells you the much I've done for women. Yeah? So I have a vision for our youths, I have a vision for our women. And so far, I can say I've achieved a lot through the programs that I've had.
Awesome.
When I represented women and the National Council of Women of Kenya, I had a lot of time with the women. Women from the churches, women from all walks of lives, and we were able to discuss on what can we do? Where do we go wrong? I remember the issue of table banking. I was all over. I trespassed almost all over. Everywhere. Talking about what we can do and where we can start and where we can go. Now, if you look at my life, many a times I'm talking about public life. Because if I've worked with NCCK as a representative, elected, right? Representing women, youth, and the rest of it. If I've worked with National Council of Women of Kenya, I was the district chair lady against spearheading issues to do with women. If I have been a principal of a school, again interacting with the students and with the parents and with the society, my life and what I have done is kind of associated now to the society. It is not to me, it is to the society. And that's why I want to repeat again, when I visited China, I found they look at somebody's experience. They look at somebody's track record. That really, are you going for a position where you've been passionate about, where you have been serving? I want to say, service to humanity is service to God. So if you are going for a leadership position, have you been serving those people that you want to represent? And therefore for me, I'm not coming for something new. It is life continuous, that I've been serving the society, that I've been representing the society,
Awesome.
that I've been representing women, youths, and men. And therefore, it is a continuation of what I've been doing. And therefore, it is that vision of improving our status from where we are to the next level. You know, in this world, you keep on pursuing. You pursue because you have a dream and because you're passionate about what you do. So that's what I'm saying. My public life, women, youth, you know, right now, I'm in the programs of gender-based violence, right? The other day, I was with even people from outside Kenya, recording me on what I would want to say about GBV, gender-based violence. Because again, after COVID, the issues of GBV are all over. Because we have youths, young marriages, you know, they've just married. Life have changed. Do you see how difficult life is? One cannot put that unga on the table. We've had parliamentarians in parliament. Now, I don't want to complain, but I think we also needed to check on the trend, so that we prioritize. We prioritize on what we want to do, so that lives of these young marriages, they don't keep on breaking, that we don't have unga on the table, that we don't have milk to feed children. Hii ni kazi ya women representatives. When they are in parliament, what is happening with our families? Social status. I will never stop being a mother, right? And that's how I would request Kiambu people. Out of the experience that I've had, there is much, much more that we need to do to empower our youths, to empower our women, to empower our education system, and we have what it takes. This time, I'm requesting for a platform where we can talk about our facts and figures about youths, about women, and about education, and about skills, information, public participation, so that we can include all other people, inclusivity, and most importantly, our stakeholders. What are they saying? I want us to work with our people, so that now as we surrender the positions now to other people, because initially we said women representation is for a woman who has history of what is happening, a woman who can tell us this is the journey we've gone and we want to improve from this to the other. It's not just a position. I want to request people from Kiambu to give Mary Kirika an opportunity to serve them. As a woman representative in Kiambu County, I'm a mother. I understand the challenges that our youths are going through. I understand women and men, what we are going through. We need a woman, a lady who understands. And I've said the question of integrity, we've got to look at it, because you cannot represent people when you are really not with them. I've been with you. I've walked a journey, not 1 year, not 2 years. Give me the opportunity. I'm an independent candidate. My alama ni kuni, firewood, kuni, signifying unity. Our unity will take us very far. And in the list of women, because we are 8 women in the county, Mary Kirika is number 3. So when you go there, leave number 1, leave number 2. Go for Mary au Maria Wanjiru Kirika. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We wish you all the best, and if you clinch the seat,
Yes.
we'll be here for accountability.
I'll
purposes.
get it and I'll perform. I'm a performer. I will perform.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mary Kirika, who is vying to be the next women rep. I have been your host, Juliet Modoni. Until next time, take care.